Ladies and gentlemen, international break is over. A huge month of October is upon us. We're not there yet. Obviously, we're still a couple of days still left in September, but lots of news buzzing already. Let's get in on this.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Lots to talk about from a Chelsea news point of view. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. First up, this blockbuster news. It's coming from Matt Law. So, you best take this very, very seriously. And we kind of touched on this a few videos ago, talking about Bellingham. Why aren't we in the conversation for Jude Bellingham? We should be in the mix. Shouldn't be just Liverpool getting a clear road, or Man City, or whoever else. We need to be in it. And now we've got the news from Matt Loff in regards to this. Todd Boehly has already tried to make inroads in the Bellingham camp, despite being told Real Madrid and Liverpool are ahead of Chelsea. Boehly, Clearlake are ready to splash more cash, with midfield one of the priorities. Rice remains on the club radar. We'll get to that Declan Rice scenario. It seems like no matter what changes at Chelsea Football Club, one thing's for certainty: Declan Rice rumours. I made a tweet, commented on a tweet earlier on saying, three things in life are guaranteed: death, taxes, and Declan Rice rumours to Chelsea Football Club. So we'll talk about that. But first up, Todd Boehly, he's very, very keen on Jude Bellingham. And do you know what? Look, I don't know whether this will happen or not. It all depends on us ensuring we get Champions League football at a bare minimum come next season. I don't want to talk too much about the player's attributes, player's skill set, because we all know how good he is. He's definitely going to be a fantastic number 8, but he can he's more than capable of playing as a 6. Can he play as a 10? I think he can. He's got that creative nature, but I don't think that's the most suitable position for him. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder. So as a number 8, I think he's perfect. At the age of 19, I believe, it's unbelievable. It suits what Todd Boehly and the current ownership is trying to do with all these youngsters and really building for the future. It suits that philosophy. It fits that ideology. The player profile 100%. I think Jude Bellingham could be in the future one of the leaders. Do you know what I mean? I honestly think he's got that leadership quality about him. He's got that vibe that he can carry a team as well. So look, I'm all up for Jude Bellingham, us chasing after him, something around 130 million. Apparently, that's the touted price. Look, if Todd Boehly is willing to splash that level, see, for me, that level of money for that type of player, that makes sense. It just doesn't make sense to me sometimes when we go for like 17-year-olds, 16-year-old, whatever, 18-year-olds, we're looking for future sort of players, and we're throwing 25, 30 million. That's when I'm like, that's a lot of money that you're looking to spend, and then sort of gambling a little bit. With this, Jude Bellingham is a super, super quality player. And that level of money is probably, as insane as it sounds, it's probably warranted. Is it still a bit of a gamble? Of course, every signing is a bit of a gamble. But look, I'm all up for it. But as I said, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to get Jude Bellingham if you do not make top 4. It's as clear as that. I cannot make it any more clear than that. If we fail to make top 4, if we fail to have Champions League football next season, I think Jude Bellingham, goes for a team that has all of that. Man City, for me, why wouldn't Jude Bellingham select someone like Man City? He's got his friend Erling Haaland there, Pep Guardiola. They play some fantastic football. That's a huge shout. Liverpool apparently have locked up Jude Bellingham. I don't know how reliable that sort of news is. But yeah, I want Chelsea to be right in the mix. And Real Madrid, I mean, honestly, it'll be criminal if he goes to Real Madrid. They've already got Tchouaméni and Camavinga. To add Jude Bellingham to that mix, oh man, no one should allow that to happen. Now, In regards to Rice, let's just go on and just check out the remaining part of this news. Chelsea are watching Christopher Nkunku this season and are considering whether or not to buy a new goalkeeper after Mendy's downturn in form has prompted questions. Wow. Matt Law is talking about this, so you know, once again, I keep repeating that there is some truth behind it. Look, not just downturn on Mendy's form. I think some of the qualities that Graham Potter is going to look for, especially that ball playing ability from the back. Mendy's a little bit suspicious in regards to that facet. So look, I hope he can turn things around. But once again, good competition with Kepa and let the best man win. Let's see what happens. But yeah, Christopher Nkunku as well, another one to look out for. Chelsea were warned of making a bid for Declan Rice this summer by West Ham, but may well test their resolve next summer. Look, let's talk a little bit about Declan Rice before we get into Christopher Nkunku. I don't know who else is available in our football club. Like literally everyone has left. Everyone has left since the new owners have taken over. Peter Cech, Marina, Bruce Buck, the entire board, physios, medical staff, you name it. Like they're all gone. Communications guy. Who is there now still pushing for the Declan Rice? Look, I'm not going to get to the details of it. Like, you know how I feel about Declan Rice. Like, the way I picture us playing football, I don't know how he fits in. Now, I know a lot of you guys think he still fits in, and I can completely appreciate that because the way I vision how we play football could be totally different to how you vision, and that's absolutely respectable. No doubts about that. I'm just wondering who is still pushing this. Like, it makes me think, like, his PR, man, like, especially Matt Law and some of the journalists, besides Mason Mount, there should be no one else in that Chelsea Football Club that is remotely, related to Declan Rice one bit. So everyone else has already left. And if we're thinking about in the future, utilizing data and not just going after the biggest names out there, we've not even crunched any data as yet. And look, some of the data for Declan Rice might still look great, but I thought we were in the business of finding gems. But look, I mean, seems like Declan Rice to Chelsea Football Club is somewhat inevitable. Now, coming back to this Christopher Nkunku situation, we need attackers. That's where we are lacking at the moment. Sterling is the only one that I can bank on. Besides that, everyone else, there's a huge question mark on them. And we've not really replaced a lot of the players that we've let go. And we're most likely going to let go a few more in the upcoming transfer window. So Christopher Nkunku, yes, I'm all up for it. He's creative enough. He can score goals. He can play anywhere in the front three. And his release clause is up for grabs come at the end of this season. So it can be triggered. I think it's somewhere around 70 million. I could be wrong, but in the comment section, please let me know how much the release clause is. And there seems to be some sort of relationship between us and Leipzig. Obviously, we've sent Timo Werner there. They are getting Sesko next season from Salzburg to Leipzig. So is there an opportunity there to get someone like Christopher Nkunku? There's going to be other suitors as well. There'll be other teams that are going to be looking at this, most specifically probably Real Madrid, because God knows how long Benzema is going to go for. So Christopher Nkunku. But yeah, Christopher Nkunku I feel like he's more than just a striker. Like there is a lot of creativity in him. His close control is very good. His ability to work in tight spaces, like one to definitely look out for. I'll be more than happy. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about Jude Bellingham, Christopher Nkunku, Declan Rice, and the whole Mendy situation as well. Do we need a new keeper? Let me know in the comments section. Now, let's go on with the other Chelsea news. Chelsea have held positive initial talks with Bayer Leverkusen sporting director Tim Steidten. It's understood that Carl Macaulay has made a strong impression already on staff at Chelsea, and the new sporting director will work with him. We've covered this once again a few videos ago that Tim Steidten, the guy from Leverkusen, is now touted to be the main person that we're going after. Once again, it's too open. Like we've been talking about as sporting director, director of football, technical director, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, we're looking for both of those positions for far too long, and it's too open. And now there's also conversations that we could perhaps look internally. So it seems like it's all over the place, man. We've gone with that Christopher, which didn't work out. Publicly it was so open. Now we are public about this guy as well. I don't know how much Bayer Leverkusen's going to be appreciating all of this conversation so open. And also Kyle McCauley, like this is something to really talk about. Kyle McCauley was the head of recruitment under Graham Potter in Brighton, and he's coming to Chelsea with Graham Potter along with a few other staff members with the same role, head of recruitment. Now, head of recruitment, and he was the guy who was crunching the data over there in Brighton as well. The new sporting director coming in, like that will be their job as well. And just makes me think, like, once again, are we like too many people, too many chefs in the kitchen, too many cooks in the kitchen? Like Kyle McCauley's job is pretty much what the sporting director is going to do. Now, it says over here that, it's understood that Kyle McCauley has made a strong impression already on staff at Chelsea, and the new sporting director will work with him. Fantastic. I hope they can work with each other and not sort of step on each other. So one to look out for. Chelsea could reportedly look at internal candidates for the sporting director role. Look, I've got no issues with this. If we can promote someone, there's talks about Neil Bath. I think he's got an eye for talent. So yeah, fine. Some of there was a shortlist that was publicized a couple of days ago, and I don't know if I was extremely excited about some of the names. There was one name, Overmars, and there was a recent incident with Overmars, which we won't get into. And I couldn't see any Paul Mitchell's name either in that list. I know our main target is Michael Edwards, but that ain't happening for the time being. So look. And we're looking for a lot of these people from Germany. There was in the shortlist, there was the Dortmund guy named Zorc. I think there's obviously the Bayer Leverkusen guy. We've already gone for Red Bull Leipzig, their man. So look, I know one of the key factors of the sporting director is someone who's very good with data, but to go for all of these, predominantly of these people from the Bundesliga, I don't know if it's well suited all the time. But look, we'll see. There was the Leeds guy, Victor, I think whatever his name is. He was also thrown into the mix. We'll see, man. For me, let's just resolve these as soon as you can, man. It's just too open and too public. Like this should be done in closed-door manner. Kyle McCauley, a long-time transfer advisor to Graham Potter, has already been seen meeting agents around Chelsea training ground at Cobham. See, once again, like this guy, he's connected with agents, like he knows people. I'm just thinking, when the new sporting director comes, I just have a feeling someone like Kyle McCauley is probably going to get the chop down the track, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Todd Boehly has spoken to Jorge Mendes about clubs in Portugal. Tom Glick is now in charge of the process and could lead to investment in Brazil, Belgium, and Portugal. Look, I mean, fantastic, this multi-dimensional structure that we talked about, owning all these different clubs so that Chelsea can then send the loanees over there and really turn all of these clubs into feeder clubs for Chelsea Football Club. You can potentially get some talents from there, talents from Belgium, talents from Portugal, talents from Brazil. So it will only enhance us down the track, of course, and we can potentially send out players there. So it's a great model, but I feel like try and get Chelsea right first before you start doing all of these other business. But it looks like, Todd Boehly is not a man that wants to sit around. He's already given Tom Glick the charge to look after this. So let's see once again what happens in that front. One of the reasons Graham Potter was chosen to succeed Thomas Tuchel is that he is seen as a coach who will give young players even more of a chance and will work to improve. Now, this is coming from Simon Johnson. Simon Johnson in recent times, I think he sort of makes up stories, but look, once again, he's from Athletic. I love this. I understand this. I love it. And it sounds great. But this kind of contradicts what we just touched on earlier on in regards to Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice. And if you're going to bring all these ballers, which I want, then not every youngster is going to get the opportunity. I think we need to understand and just relax that I feel at Chelsea Football Club, the right level of youngsters will get an opportunity. It's not going to be like an influx, like 6, 7, 8, youth academy players on a regular basis coming in, season out into the Chelsea, first team frame. I don't think it's going to be like that. And Chelsea Football Club, Graham Potter will soon understand this is a place you've got to be winning stuff. Like, you've got to be winning titles. You've got to be in the mix of being a title contender, whether it's in the Premier League, Champions League, whatever it is. That's the level that we expect, and the fans will only be patient to a certain amount of time until it starts going pear-shaped. So if you're going for that kind of an ambition, like if you're moving into that direction, I find it very, very difficult that Graham Potter is going to be able to influx heaps of academy players, because at the end of the day, bringing in academy players, you've got to be patient. You've got to be patient. You've got to work with them, and it takes time. Do Chelsea managers have extensive time available all the time? I don't think so. Because we have massive expectation, massive ambition, as I said. So we'll see what happens. And as I said, all the other names that we've talked about in regards to Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Christopher Nkunku kind of contradicts this situation. But we'll see what Graham Potter is able to do. I mean, a lot of people say Thomas Tuchel didn't give enough chance. I feel like, he did. Chalobah, obviously Reece James, Mason Mount were already there. We saw Lewis Hall last season as well. We saw Xavier Simmons, Harvey Val got some opportunities too. And this season, Amanda Broya was regularly in the bench or in the squad until Thomas Tuchel got sacked. So Callum Hudson-Odoi is someone that he really liked, didn't get enough opportunity, of course. So and the list goes on. But we'll see what Graham Potter does. Look, I'm all up for integrating academy players in, but at the same time, we need to know what is our ambition, what is our focus, what is our goal. Graham Potter deployed Ruben Loftus-Cheek at right back in behind closed doors friendly against Brighton, with Kalidou Koulibaly partnering Wesley Fofana in a back four with Ben Chilwell. This is from Simon Johnson as well, from that 30. This is the match that happened 2 weekends ago on the weekend where all the matches were postponed due to Queen passing away, and we ended up beating Brighton. Look, this for me, a lot of people are getting worried. Is Ruben Loftus-Cheek going to be a right back now? Look, I wouldn't take this seriously. I think it was just for that match that he was playing as a right back. I don't think Ruben Loftus-Cheek is now getting designed to be a right back player. It was more that all the players that didn't participate in the match before participate in the Salzburg match ended up participating in this match. So look, I'm not going to look into this too much and get worried that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is going to be a right back. We're going to move into a back four, Chalobah as a DM, Ruben as a right back. I think that's madness. Last but not least, Christian Pulisic. I'm feeling good going back. Honestly, I have a fresh start now, and I'm excited to play for the new manager. Just looking forward to it. I just have to prove myself, as everyone does, as I've done before. Look, this is it, Christian Pulisic. This is it for you. I hope you get the opportunity. I really do. I really do hope you get the opportunity, and I hope you take it with both hands. And yeah, you impress. As I said in my last video, I want you to succeed at Chelsea Football Club. I really do. This is your 4th season. I've got expectation this season. I need you to at least bang in 10 goals all club competition. I'm not even going to be, so strict that it's got to be 10 Premier League goals. Like, give me 10 goals from all club competition. Give me 10 assists in all club competition. Obviously, that requires you to play regularly. I get that. But regularity comes from performing. If you get that first opportunity and you don't perform, well, how do we end up giving you another chance? I know it's harsh, but this is the nature that we're living in at the moment, where there are competition in that area. So, look, I hope it works out for Christian Pulisic. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about everything we've talked about. Whole heap of news today. Would love to hear what your opinions are on most of these things. Comments below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you have. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. The content's going to ramp up massively now with all big-time matches coming around in October and in the upcoming days. So, yeah. Till next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.